Vegas has my vocabulary as a prohibitive underdog against Pablo's. I feel like Tommy Paul going against Djokovic, but let's see how things play out. What's first?
It's blank that 4 NBA players voted Chet Holmgren an all-star starter.
It's disqualifying. I don't know if this is some sort of joke or it's some sort of protest, but Chet Holmgren hasn't played 1 minute this year. In fact, he has never played 1 minute in the NBA. He was the number 2 overall draft pick last year, I think by Oklahoma City. He's in an exhibition game. He gets one of those Liz Frank injuries, and they immediately declare him out for the year. So if you vote for him, whatever your agenda is, you should not be allowed to vote ever again in this particular competition. I have been told that 330 different NBA players received at least one vote as an all-star starter. So let's just do the math for a second. There are 30 teams in the league. That means you're going 11 deep on a team to come up with a vote for one starter. I mean, really? I mean, that's just ridiculous. Players shouldn't have this vote. They're play fast and loose with it. Whatever's going on, take the vote away from them. Give it again to the media. Give it to the fans. But it's outrageous. Jokic is a 2-time MVP, and he was left off 41% of the ballots. Come on.
Well, Tony, this is why my word is anti-democratic. Not undemocratic, anti-democratic, because it begs the question of disenfranchisement for the athletes who have been given now 25% of the determining votes in these all-star elections. It's now 50% fans, 25% players, 25% media. And it's, you know how the Kremlin likes to make the argument? This is why you shouldn't give people the right to vote in America. This is like an op. It's like an op to take away the votes from players because it's ridiculous. And you're right. As much as I don't want to be the media gas bag navel gazing, take it seriously. I think the media, at the very least, does that more than the players at this point.
If you asked me what word I wouldn't think would come into a basketball argument, Kremlin would be very high on the list. What's next?
James Dolan's use of facial recognition software is blank.
My word is dastardly. That's a pretty good word. Dolan says he's only using this to keep out people who are suing him from watching the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, though God only knows why anybody would want to watch the Knicks. So he starts with people who are suing him, and then it becomes people he doesn't like, and then it becomes people who are critical of the team, and ultimately it becomes the delivery boy who gets the pizza wrong at the apartment. The league has to step in and stop this. This is petty, it's mean, it's awful, it speaks to privilege. No, this could be a reason to actually make him sell a franchise. You cannot allow this technology to fall in the hands of a vindictive person.
Yes, my word for this is symptomatic, Tony, because I've said for years and years as a guy who grew up a Knicks fan, right, like all of the things we debate about the Knicks are symptoms of the disease. The disease is James Dolan. What he is afflicted with is an almost translucence in his skin. He is so thin-skinned to the point where he is anti-New York. We talked yesterday about how one of the things about a New York athlete, right? You take the criticism, you take the slings and the arrows and the spotlight. James Dolan is so ill-fit for this city to the point where he wants to punish the people who want to go to Knicks games in spite of their dislike of Jim Dolan. And guess what? He'll have to ban literally everybody that I know. Because anybody who goes to Knicks games, they do it holding their nose, knowing that that guy and everything he's done, just look it up, still gets to be in a position of tyrannical power.
No, listen, people say the Washington football owner is bad. The Knicks basketball owner is bad. It's bad.
Yeah, look into him too,
That's the final word.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.